Here's a quick look at the fit of the doors now that I've finished them. There's a little bit bigger gap here because that allows for the clearance when the door opens and gives the clearance in the edge, and fit there is pretty good. This curve and all the way back to here. So that's that door. And over the other side, do it quickly. That's this door. This used to stick out a ½ an inch. It was sticking out like that, about that much. Buckle. And the doors shuts on that one are pretty good. And this used to be out here somewhere. This buckle, I cut the skin off the inside, and by heating it up with a heat gun and bending it in and holding it till it cooled down, you could bend the fiberglass and then reattach this piece back on, which maintained this position. I had to do it a couple of times, mine, because I didn't get it right, but besides the point. But it isn't perfect, but it's a hell of a sight better. And as for the bonnet fit is like this now. That's the shut on the bonnet, all the way around. It may not be perfect, but it's pretty good. Like, there's nowhere near like that. I've got a little chip there to do, but he's a little low there, but I haven't got the hinges in. I've just dropped it in. And a new bonnet scoop, which is a bolt-on one, and a new mould. I've got the mould so I can make another one, as opposed to that rubbish which was fiberglassed on and was coming off anyway. So now I've got a more authentic bolt-on air scoop, which is a little wider than perhaps an original because it has to cover the hole, the width of the hole that was originally in there. So it's a slightly wider than original one, and that's about 1.75 inches at distance. I actually made two of these. I made one that was about 2 inches and it looked too big, so I chopped that one. This one here is that one. I chopped it down and made it smaller, and I actually made a mould of that one again, so I've got a big mould and a small mould. So I've got a choice of two. They're the same width, but they're different heights. So there we are. That's as far as I've got with that, but I'll just show a picture so it looks a little bit more intact now. And the boot lid. Right. This is a short video on the underside of the bonnet or hood and just to show that this inner skin didn't reach the outer skin, and by about from there down to there and in there, if I get a little bit closer, it's a little bit of a yellow colour. That's polyurethane foam pushed in, trimmed off, stuck down with some fiberglass resin, just slid in and then trimmed off, and then fiberglassed over, and then sanded off, and then skimmed up to extend it down. None of it's been properly finished yet, but and the underskin has been ground off all the highs and any roughness, and I've just given it a quick first skim, and I've got to rub that down yet just to finish it off, and then hopefully the inside will be, I'm looking for a smooth surface as opposed to perfectly flat surface. It'll tidy it up so that I can paint the inside the same as the outside, and it will look a lot neater than what it did before, bare fiberglass, just painted over some flaky old black paint. So that's that, and I'm intending to do exactly the same thing inside the boot lid, rub down the small area that's left and just paint that just to start with. So that's what I'm going to do with that one, and I'm intending to, when I get chance, when I primer everything, I shall show that, and then when I've blocked it down, I shall show all that and move right through, hopefully right through painting to the final car, and hopefully show all that, what it actually came out like, and any little sort of little errors that happened on the way. Hopefully there shouldn't be too bad, or none at all, and can perhaps show how I repair any of those as well. But I don't want any little repairs on the way. I've had enough surprises just getting this far. So as you can see, there has been a lot of work, but that was the biggest problem, I reckon. That was a big surprise right at the end. Anyway, that's the end of that. That's as far as I can go with that one for tonight. And hopefully I'll make another video as soon as I've done anything that's sort of half interesting. Alright. Right, whilst I thought I'd finished everything, I realised that this wing, rear wheel arch, was sticking out further than the other side. It's like Dumbo's ear. So I've chopped it off, and to recreate the lip, this piece of cardboard was placed on and held in place to support it with some cardboard L brackets, just snipped off and stuck on with hot glue, and that supports that and creates a lip for inside to fiberglass around and onto it, and that has to be pulled off now. And some, as you can see, and here this area has gone through and has to have another 1 or 2 layers of glass on the outside, and then ground up and then skimmed up to make good. But this system works quite well. Bit of cardboard, easy to get, easy to do, and the cardboard here, if you don't want the fiberglass to stick to the cardboard, I haven't got any. Yes, here we go. Right, it's cardboard that side, and on that side I've stuck parcel tape, or any kind of tape that's slippery, and that way the fiberglass, as you can see, it's shiny, doesn't stick, and it'll just pull off. If you had, I don't know, a hole there and you stuck that on the inside, it'll just pull off, it'll leave it dead smooth. So that works very well, and that's what I've got on the inside of that cardboard, going all the way around there, just taped on and held in place with these little brackets just to stiffen it up. So that works dead easy and dead simple to do. So that's how I've had to repair that, and that is about the last thing I've got to do. So that's the final fit of my boot lid, which caused me a lot of work. I've actually got it. Yeah, that's right. So that's done.